Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to kindergarten. This is your new chapter for math. We are now in the chapter about addition. Now, think about what addition means. Think about what adding means. We've talked about it before. So the first question I have for you is, how many ladybugs do you see on my paper? And if you don't have yours out, I want you to go ahead and have yours out, okay? How many ladybugs do you see? 1, 2. I see 2. Did you count 2? Great job. Okay, let's flip our paper. Now, I messed up, okay? So we're going to ignore, I'm gonna hide my numbers that I have here. So number 1 tells us to write, to count and tell how many. So go ahead and count these circles. How many do you see? 2. Good job. So you're going to write a 2 on this line. Okay, now the next part of this, I messed up, I'm covering it up. It says draw a set with one more counter. Write how many in each set. So if I need to draw a set of counters with one more. Okay, so I know I'm going to start with 2. 1, 2. Okay, notice how I counted as I drew. Okay, 1, 2, and now I need to draw one more. 1, 2, 3. And then you write how many. How many do we have? We have 3. Ooh, you gotta ignore my 0. I really messed up and it makes me so sad, but that's okay. And that's why you should be working in pencil. So when you make a mistake, you can correct it, okay? Let's look at number 2. Count and tell how many. Go ahead. Okay. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we're gonna write the number 4 on the line next to our counters. Now, draw a set with one more counter. So we're going to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we need to draw one more. 5. We have 5 counters, so we're going to draw 5 on the side. Okay, great job. Are you ready for the next one? It says write the number of cubes in each set. Okay, so let's count. 1. Oh, I want you to go ahead and do this. So pause the video, and I want you to count the number of blue blocks and then write it right here. Are you ready? Go ahead and pause it. Okay, I hope you've paused it. Let's see if you got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did you get 7? If you didn't, I want you to erase and correct. So I drew a 7 there. Okay, now I want you to pause the video again and count and tell how many red cubes you have. Go ahead. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to count. I hope you've done it already. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 counters. Now we're going to circle the number that is greater than the other number. So remember, greater means bigger. Greater is taller. Greater is longer. Greater is more. Okay, which one has more? 7 or 4? 7. 7 is more than 4. Great job. So when we flip the page here, we've got some birds. It says count and tell how many birds are on the ground. Okay, ready? So look at our picture. We've got birds flying, and then we've got birds down here on the ground. So go ahead and pause the video, count and tell how many. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 birds on the ground. And how many birds are flying? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 birds flying. Write these numbers to show a pair that makes 10. So we had 7 on the ground, and we had 3 flying. So 7 and 3 make 10. And that's our number 10 right here, T-E-N, 10. Okay, When you flip the page, there's a game here that you can play if you've got a number cube at home that you could play with your family. We're going to skip that for now. And then here we've got some vocabulary words. So this book was made for people who also speak Spanish, a different language than what we speak. So you're going to notice we've got it in English and in Spanish here. We're going to focus on the English words, right? Yeah. So this first word is add. 8 is equal to 9 plus, ooh, we've talked about plus, 7, 6, 10. And then on the back of these cards, see these dotted lines mean that you can cut them out. And on the back, it gives you an example of what those words mean. Okay, and then here's another game that you can play with your family at home. And then this is something that you can try if you want to challenge yourself, okay? So this says draw and write to show how to find a number pair for 5. Be ready to tell about your drawing. So this is something that you could do with your parents at home as well. We're going to look at this page here. So I want you to listen to this addition word problem, okay? Trace the number that shows how many children are on the swings. So look at the picture here. How many children are on the swings? There are 2. 1, 2 children on the swing. So we are going to trace the number 2. Okay, now it says trace the number that shows how many children are being added to the group. So we've got 2 children on the swings, which we've already traced, and then we have 1 friend who's coming over. So 1 friend here, and we've got the number 1 here. And you know how to read numbers, you know how to read words. 2 and 1. Now it says trace the number that shows how many children there are now. So 2 and 1 make 3. And that's because now we had 2 children. Now we added 1 more friend. Now we have 3 friends, 1, 2, 3, all together. And boys and girls, that is addition. When we take something that we already have and we add something to it, that is addition. Make sure you've traced all these numbers and let's flip the page. You're doing a great, great job. Okay, so now we've got a new situation with some new friends here. So listen to this problem. It says trace the number that shows how many children are sitting eating lunch. So let's look at our picture. How many children do you see sitting eating lunch? Okay, let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 children sitting and eating lunch. Let's go ahead and trace the number 3 now. Now you notice these other 2 are blank. So we've got 3 and it says write the number that shows how many children are being added to the group. So look how many people are walking up to this group of friends who are sitting. How many people do you see just walking to the group? How many people are standing walking to the group? There's 1 person. So 3 and we're going to write the number 1 for our friend here who's walking in the purple shirt. And now we need to write the number that shows how many children we see all together. Okay, how many children do you see in this picture? How many friends are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to write the number 4 in this box down here. 3 and 1 make 4. So we had 3 children, we added 1 friend, and altogether that makes 4. Great job. Ooh, they took away our tracing. Okay, so listen to this one. Write the number that shows how many children are playing with the soccer ball. So look at the picture. How many people are standing right next to the soccer ball? I see 1, 2 friends playing with the soccer ball. So we're going to write the number 2. Okay. Now write the number that shows how many children are being added to the group. So now we've got a group of friends over here who are walking up to these friends. How many friends are walking up to the friends with the soccer ball? I see 1, 2, 3. So 2 and 3, when we put those numbers together, what number do we get all together? And we find that by counting all of our friends. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 friends all together. 2 and 3 make 5. Great job. Okay, last page. Are you ready? 2 sheep are in a pen. 2 sheep are added to the pen. How can you write the numbers to show the sheep in the pen and the sheep being added? So I'm gonna draw some sheep here. There's 1 sheep. There's 2 sheep. They're in a pen, okay? So let's go ahead and write 2 sheep. Because we've got 2 sheep in the pen. And now we've got these 2 other sheep who need to join. Oh, I forgot to give this one a tail. And now I've got 2 other sheep who need to join. So 2 and 2 make how many all together? How many sheep do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 sheep all together, and that's what goes down in this box here. So that was a little bit about addition, and when we do our work tomorrow, there's going to be some more practice tomorrow about addition that you can do that I want you to do on your own, and then come back here and I'll have a review video ready for you. All right, great job today.